Okay, so this is the original harness. I've got an optical connection here which I will remove and move it onto the new harness. So there's a little tab here. Push it out. Okay, and that will go into the new harness. Okay, all right, I've got to run this cable from down here up to here somehow. So the route that I found was actually from through here. There's some gap to bring it up over to this side here. I think I'll have to remove the glove box to do that. Okay, so I've got everything plugged into the old head unit and Wi-Fi antenna, GPS antenna, all the cable for the Android box itself, the old video cable, which is this one, and this plugged into the old screen. And I don't actually know what this is for yet. We'll test it out. Okay, with the cable that came with this Android box, there were these two plug. They both said audio out. So from just playing around, what I figured out was this one here, you've actually got to plug this and wind it to your auxiliary in for it to work. So I don't actually know what this is for. It's a real mystery. Okay, when we plug all the cable in and put in the head unit, this thing was too big. The harness was too big. We couldn't fit the head unit all the way in. So what we have to do is take out this frame and maybe cut some part of it out so that we can fit all these cable at the back there. There were 4 screws, one here, one here, one here, and one here, and these two here that we'll take out. Okay, so this is the frame that's out. So that's the front, that's the back. I'm going to be cutting the here and here just to give me space to put the harness. Okay, I've cut this little plastic bit here, so hopefully the harness will fit behind there. Okay, we've discovered that these two holes don't quite line up with the original hole, so we had to drill to make this hole a bit bigger so that we can actually screw the 2 screws to hold this thing up. Okay, so this is the auxiliary in for the original stereo. I drew a hole here to run the cable through. I lifted this out. This will just held together by clips. I ran it through and under here and through and plugged into the cable behind this unit. Okay, I'm running the cable from behind the unit now, running along down here. I took out the cover, this cover with the 3 screws here, run the cable under there, and then ran it under that, and under here. Okay, this cover here just pops out. There are 4 plastic pins that hold it in place. You just pry it out with one of these. I've run the cable just behind here all the way to the back seat. Okay, so we're in the back seat now. So this piece here just pops out just like the one at the front with these 4 pins. The only difference is here, this one has a rivet, a plastic rivet that holds it in place. Here, the rivet is underneath here. To get to that little rivet, all you have to do is take this seat here, just pull it up. It's just held together by clips underneath. Just pull it up and that will expose this clip. So to remove this, you have to remove the center pin first. After you remove that center pin, then you can remove this piece, and that would enable you to take out this piece and run the cables from under here all the way through here and up here. And now to get it to the back of the car, you just have to remove this piece here. Okay, to remove this piece, you have to fold down your seat, come over here and just grab and just it'll just pull out. And what you see is this little piece up here. You have to remove this, and there's a clip down here. Just pull that, take that out, and you put this back into here before you reassemble it. Okay, so I've got that plastic piece back in its place now. When you put it back, make sure this hook goes into here before you can put that piece back. So I'll just continue to run these cables now. This is of course one of them. The white one is to be plugged into the reverse light. The red one is to power the reverse camera, and this black cable is the video cable. And I will just run it through along here to the back. So this is how it looks once this piece has been put back in the back seat, and I will show you where the rivet goes. So there's the rivet there, and that's gonna go into that hole. Okay, my plan is to run these cables now up through this rubber conduit and behind this piece, and then okay, so I've got this rigid zip tie that I've joined together to use as my little guide to run the cable through this conduit, and I'm going to use dry lube on here to make it easier to pull the wire through. Okay, I've got the cable through this rubber conduit now, and these wires now will come along this channel up to where I'll connect it to the camera and the light. Only problem is if you leave the wire just by itself, it'll rattle like crazy when you're driving. So I've just wrapped it, surrounded with this just paper towel, just to reduce its chance of it rattling. Okay, I've got all the cables wired up properly now. So we've got that coming through here, coming through the channel. Now I've hidden all the cables behind here. The trigger for the reverse camera is tapped onto the reversing light, which is the purple and black. Purple with black stripe is the reverse light cable.